She said it's going to be a little bit chilly today, but it's going to be a pretty day overall, so why not take advantage, hit the many beautiful trails around Albuquerque and New Mexico. Let's face it, it's usually not trail running weather this early, but if trail running is something new to you, or if you want to learn more about it, REI's Outdoor School can help with that. We're here with one of the instructors, Misty Cool. Misty, thank you for joining us.
Hi,
appreciate
thanks.
it.
Thanks for having me.
So, yeah, absolutely. So tell us a good way to get into trail running. It's something that maybe someone that does running on the street or we're on the treadmill at the gym, something that we've been curious about. What's the best way into trail running?
Well, the best way to get into trail running is get a pair of good shoes, and you just want to make sure that they're comfortable. There's a big difference between having fun and getting started in something and torture.
Right.
And so with a trail running shoe, what you really want to look for is a good tread pattern, especially for sort of gravelly, rocky terrain. You want something that's not going to give you too much slip or slide. Lots of cushion, especially if you're just getting started with trail running. And pick a trail. I would stick with something flat and maybe not going very far your first time. Fortunately, Albuquerque and New Mexico is just got trails galore to get started, from beginning trails to super technical, La Luz, for example. So that's really, shoes is really the most basic thing you want to do to get started.
So you've got a couple here that we want to just talk about really quick. So this one, you were talking about more of the tread. I don't know if folks can see it at home, but it's got a little bit more of the tread here, gripping. And then you've got this that you say is a little more advanced. If you're kind of an advanced runner, this might be the thing because it's closer to running barefoot. Okay.
Right. So the barefoot movement is really taking off, and this
REI bag.
Oops. This Merrell is actually sort of a version of a barefoot shoe that gives you a very low drop, and that's the difference between your heel and your forefoot.
Okay.
And it just helps, some people say that it helps you have a more efficient gait. It's definitely lighter, but that's definitely something that you want to work into. You wouldn't want to just put those on and go take off for a few miles. You really want to build up the strength in your ankles and your feet to wear those.
Right, because that would be the torture that you were talking about. You really got to gear up for this.
Yes.
Well, so in addition to the shoes, of course, as Kristen was saying, going to be a little chilly today, but as we know, once you get exercise, and of course in New Mexico, you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes.
Sure.
What should we gear up for in terms of clothing when we're going on a trail run?
Well, you definitely want to think layers. So you want to wear, some tights are great for this weather. Tights, capri tights, especially if it's going to, once the sun comes out here, it's usually a lot warmer. A long sleeve, a technical fabric that will wick moisture away, but also still keep you warm. And then something like a vest, or even, especially for New Mexico, a wind jacket. But stuff that maybe you can just peel off as you get warmer, and so that you're comfortable. A light beanie, maybe some light trail running gloves, running gloves. We carry all of that at REI, but you just want to think, again, lightweight layers, stuff that you can take off as you get heated up.
You also want to pack some of these in there to keep the energy going,
Yes,
right? You've got a lot of energy boosting products, foods. These little performance gels, right? So you want to pack some of those to kind of keep the enzymes, or not enzymes, electrolytes up, and keep yourself fueled.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely. Trail running takes a lot of energy. It typically burns more calories than regular running. So you want to make sure that you are keeping your nutrition level great, your energy level great, and a way to do that is consuming gels, blocks. Everybody's a little bit different, can figure out what works for them, what they like taste-wise, consistency. There are lots of options, but the most important thing is to stay hydrated and to keep up really good nutrition levels.
That's great. Well, I think another great thing that REI does, in addition to carrying all this great stuff, you also offer classes to get us ready for the trails.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that and how we can sign up.
Okay, so actually this Thursday we're offering Trail Running Basics. It's on the 30th. I teach that class, and it's from 6 to 7:30 in the evening. You only need to go on rei.com under Learn to be able to sign up for the class. You can also give us a call if you need more information. But we'll just go over in depth different types of trails, what you'll need to get started, some resources locally and nationally for races. It really is a great class for beginners, and I encourage people who want to get into trail running to take our class.
That's great, Misty. Thank you for bringing all this information in. And of course, we will have links on our website. Head over to casa.com and click on To Casa's Style. Thank you so much for bringing this in.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.